Hi, these comments are for EZ. I am Michael from OTC, OnlineTOEFLCourse.com, and you submitted a writing practice test, I think, yesterday. So let's take a look at it, and we got to get you going in the right direction here. So this is not where you want to be. Thumbs down on this, right? So we got your independent writing scores 3.0 out of 5, 20 points out of 30. You have this really, really fat, incredibly developed paragraph. However, it's kind of going in a lot of different directions, and then you have this other paragraph that doesn't have much development at all. So I think you need a little bit more focus to your ideas. Okay, I'm going to show you what you can do here. So it always starts with a thesis. My point of view comes from the idea to satisfy first a person's basic desire and have a quick payback, which is why we should focus on the basic needs on Earth. This paragraph, according to Maslow's theory, which is put in different levels of people's demand, physiological needs must be satisfied in order to follow with the physiological or psychological needs. Likewise, and then we get into develop high-tech project, United Nations, the inequity, wealth distribution is still high. Government must include programs to solve the issue. Is to advocate the fund support of people suffering famine, kids in need. Afterwards, people satisfied with basic needs will be willing to solve desire happiness through consumption entertainment. Yeah, I think you just have too many, my personal experience demonstrates. So if you focus on famine and solving famine or starvation, to me, that would be a great focus if that's all you write about for the whole paragraph. And so, in addition to allocating money for starvation, government should also allocate money to improve the education system or something. So I'm going to show you what you can do to change. You need to get the concept. The thesis needs to be much more focused and more precise, and the same thing with the topic sentences. You say to satisfy a person's basic desire, or you have to guarantee the well-being of people. To me, that's way too broad for one paragraph. So it's going to be really, that's why your paragraph is so big. You need to be more specific and then develop that particular idea. So what would that look like? And maybe before I get into that, let me just say one thing. I gave you a score of 3 here because you have somewhat developed explanations, examples. You have unity of progression or coherence. You have some problems with structure. So I think you can improve the organization, maybe in the grammar of the writing. So the trick lies in the actual thesis. If you have a very precise thesis, it's much easier to write the body paragraph. So you chose to have 2 body paragraphs, right? So what if you said this? I prefer, you want to put that governments focus on basic needs such as starvation and income equality. That's very specific. We're not saying the well-being of people. You could go in a million different directions with that, right? So starvation. So then this topic sentence says, first of all, instead of space exploration, government should allocate money to combat starvation. And then 150 words here, you only talk about how the money can be used to get food fed to the poor people. That's it. So you look at the causal relationship between allocating more money to the basic needs to help people get fed and their children get fed. Then you say, second of all, in addition to making sure all citizens are not hungry, government should budget money to fight income equality. Now, how about that? That's it. Income equality. That's the only thing you're allowed to focus on here. You can't bring up any other topics. And you write about that topic for 150 words. Now, if you had 3 body paragraphs, I would say 100 in each body paragraph. But because you chose two reasons, I'm going to say 150 words focuses on this idea. Another 150 words focuses on this idea. Now notice what I did here. I used a transition. This will show the IBT human raters that you have a very clear, what I call connection of ideas. So by saying, in addition to making sure all citizens are not hungry, right? So now you've tied this idea back to the previous paragraph. Then you say government should budget money to fight income inequality, and now you're introducing the new topic of the new paragraph. So I hate to tell you, the TOEFL is going to kill you until you learn how to focus your thesis and your topic sentences, and then keep each paragraph only to one specific example, and then really, really talk about that example in a lot of detail. That's what you need to get in the brain, and that's how you're going to get a higher score on the writing section of the TOEFL IBT. Now, to help you with this, I want you to go over to my online TOEFL course, easy, and I have a great lesson for you. It's called TOEFL Independent Writing Strategies, right? I think it's like writing lesson number 1. I want you to click on that link and read that and go through that lesson and then incorporate those ideas into your next practice test, and let's see how you're doing. Now, anybody at YouTube, here are the key words. This is a great lesson. You can find it for free. It's called TOEFL Independent Writing Strategies at Better TOEFL Scores. Check out that lesson. But remember, just because you read a lesson means nothing. You need to do writing practice. So if you want to do some good writing practice, you want to get some feedback like you're seeing in this video, I recommend that you join my TOEFL Writing Bootcamp course. If you go to Google, type in the word TOEFL Writing Bootcamp course, and then if you want to put onlinetoeflcourse.com next to it, and then you can find that course. That's a boot camp course. You have to do 17 different practice tests in 30 days. And I give you feedback on every single one of them. I will drive you crazy. No joke. But guess what's going to happen to your TOEFL score? It's going to go up, and at the end of the 30 days, your TOEFL writing is 24 or higher, and you never have to talk to me ever again. How about that? All right, thank you everybody, and thank you Easy for completing this practice test. Keep up the good work. Remember, you have a lot of great ideas, you have a lot of detail, but you need to focus things a little bit more, and that's going to give you a little bit better score, much better score on the TOEFL IBT. All right, thank you.